replacement. Kind of strange to think replacement, because replacement means a lot of things. But replacement in the lithium-ion battery being replaced by sodium-ion battery. Since China controls 90% of all the lithium on the planet, they can dictate what they want for their batteries, to the raw lithium. And they basically have the world over the barrel. It's something like Russia having oil and gas has put Europe in a big pinch. If he shuts off his oil and gas, a lot of European countries may not this summer, but when winter comes along, they're in big serious trouble. Yeah, and we go back and burning coal. Yeah, but lithium is. They get lithium from Chile. They get lithium from Arizona. But most of the lithium comes from China. And as I said, China can dictate what they want for it, which is, they say, has gone up, and up, because they are finding out. Well, let me put it this way: they want to replace it with sodium-ion technology. Why? Why do you need a lithium battery in this laptop for, let's say, what they were, they used to have, batteries used to last for 2 hours, now they last for 8 hours. And you get something like a Surface, you can last for 12 hours. But do you really need a lithium battery in it? Can a sodium ion battery work just as well? For flashlights, do you really need it? For a cell phone, do you really need lithium, or can you go to sodium? And that would save a lot. Now, maybe for a car battery, where you really need to store a lot of power, or that home battery that you need to store if you want to store a lot of power, that's one thing. But as I said, the person's going to charge they're not going to sit there 12 hours a day on their laptop and use it. Okay? If they sit down with an AC outlet, they're going to use the AC outlet. Now, if they're going into the field, they're not going to be out there 12 hours a day. Why do we need to put a lithium battery in this that the person's going to recharge? So you sell it for a cheaper price. Do you need to put a very expensive battery into a cell phone? What are you going to do with a cell phone? If you're going to use it on the top of a mountain, make a phone call, with a cell phone thing, then that's one thing. But if you're going to, most students for school, that thing. If you happen to be out in the field, you can have a different type of battery. But for home use, why? That could save a lot. Your little coin batteries. Do we need to make them out of lithium? Can we use something else? Will they last as long? But if the thing is being recharged all the time, like a laptop, because most of the price on this laptop is in the battery, because this whole thing has a keyboard. Okay, then the keyboard is separate, the case is separate, the screen is separate. The internal workings is a small little fan, or not. The motherboard, where everything is basically wired to the motherboard. There's no hard drive per se in this thing. Even this is the the RAM can be wired into the motherboard, and it doesn't have to be separate. I believe in this one, everything's on the board, and the cost was cheaper than everything else. It's something like a Google, yeah, whatever. You know, its RAM is there. Its storage capability is very small, and you're going to store everything up in the clouds. Can't remember what Google's thing is. Not notebook. Oh well. But they're trying to do that since lithium has gone up skyrocket. The Chinese say, well, we want more. And they're saying, we better find a replacement for it. It's like finding a replacement for gasoline. Oh yeah, well, we've got an electric lithium battery here. But all lithium batteries for cars go 300 miles, 400 miles. Do you really need that thing? And you're going to do, for people who are going to go travel that much, yes, but most people with electric cars don't travel very far. If you can replace that battery with something else, yes, it works just as well. Well, gee, you can only go 200 miles. Well, if I have an electric car, I don't do 200 miles a day. Maybe 50 miles a day, maybe 40 miles a day, maybe 30 miles a day. But then I can just get home and plug it in. Yeah. Or you do a dual hybrid gasoline engine and a sodium battery. It will can possibly save on weight, but definitely it's going to save on price. But again, somebody is doing research on this. If it ever gets to the point, is that thing. Tesla has that problem of Tesla batteries. Even though they have the Tesla battery for the home, you got them in the commercials. Still, do they need to be made out of that substance? And if you could replace the lithium with something else like sodium ion, that will cut the price. And I guess again, people don't travel 300 miles a day. And of course, you have to do is be able to recharge it fast. Yeah, that's could be the problem. But they're working on the stuff, and if they can bring it down, whereas it can be used, that's just a battery. That's just a battery. And So what do I say beyond that point? Of course, then there's this little thing about recycling all the batteries. There are firms that are out there recycling and taking out the lead, the silver, the gold, the platinum, whatever else the lithium battery has in it, and to recycle that. If you can, well, there's the saying, if you can recycle, and the problem I hear from lithium is that it burns in the air. So you don't want to do is take your lithium battery and throw it into a fire. You're adding fuel to a fire. Yes. And it's hard, yeah. Now I'm going to talk about microplastics. They're finding about that.